Hello and welcome back for another Spartan Check, and I'm John Schwartz, and joining me today is Abbey Lawrence, a sophomore on the Case Western Reserve University women's basketball team. Abbey, thanks for joining us today. Welcome, and if you can, tell us where you are and what's been going on in your life.
Hey, John. Thanks for having me. I'm home with my family in West Caldwell, New Jersey. We're in one of the hardest hit states, so I'm just trying to make the best of the situation going on.
Have you had any chances? Do you have a basketball hoop at home? Have you been able to kind of work out or get any kind of, ways to stay in shape while you're in quarantine?
Yeah, so one of the things I've learned while being in quarantine is trying to find new ways to stay active. All the gyms around me are closed, and they've started to take down all the basketball hoops near me. So what I've done is my brother and I have made a gym in our garage. We have free weights that we do strength work with. We do agility training in our garage. And I've also downloaded a few apps like Nike Run Club, Peloton, and then I joined some like Instagram live workouts. So just trying to improvise and come up to, and yeah, a big thing I wanted to work on was strength and ball handling, and being in my garage is the perfect way to do that.
Very cool. And we'll come back to some of the athletic stuff here in a little bit, but if you can, tell us a little bit about academically how you're doing. I know end of semester, I think, is coming up if this isn't finals week already. How has the transition been from on-campus learning to remote learning been for you?
So the transition for me has been a bit harder than other people. With being a nursing student, a lot of the stuff we learn is very hands-on and through experience in the hospital. And with the quarantine, all of that has been taken away. We're not in our state-of-the-art labs. We're not working in the Cleveland Clinic anymore. So our teachers have done a very good job of adjusting to the online work. So we do lab and clinical online, and they've been extremely flexible and understanding with everything going on.
I would imagine as a nursing student, that gives you a little bit of an interesting perspective too on kind of a lot of what's been going on when they talk about what happens in the hospital. If you can, tell us a little bit about that. And then also, if you don't mind sharing some of the details of the nursing program here, because I know it's such a unique experience how you get to really get a lot of hands-on experience that you won't get other places. So again, two questions there I smashed into one. But if you can, tell us a little bit about your perspective based on your experience as a nursing student and then the program here at Case.
So besides being able to play basketball, one of the biggest reasons why I'm at Case Western is because of their nursing program. They throw us right into the hospital doing clinical, like third week of freshman year. And it's super important for us to get that exposure early. And then with the being like a nursing student and having the quarantine going on, it's really motivated me to want to go out and work on the front line. I've told my parents about it, and they're a little bit hesitant. They said that wait until it dies down a little bit in New Jersey before you can go and work. But I'm hoping to either go into the hospital or work as like a contact tracer over the summer, and we'll see how that works. But it is very interesting. My mom works in healthcare, so she tells me about all the things that are going on in the hospital that she works at. So I have that point of view too.
What drew you into nursing to begin with? What kind of stemmed your interest in that?
So originally, I actually wanted to go into TV broadcasting and journalism, but then in high school, I took a class on like health careers, and I just did a complete 180, and I haven't looked back. That's what really drew me in to wanting to be a nurse and then able to help people and make an impact in other people's lives when they're feeling their worst.
Well, let's move back on to athletics here for a little bit. And you're coming off of a great season for the women's basketball team. You were second in the conference in scoring, one of the top conferences in the league. Can you talk about the jump you made from your freshman year to your sophomore year? Because you really just kind of exploded on the scene on the conference and regional levels this year.
Well, all the hard work that I put in, it wouldn't have been possible without the motivation from my coaches and my teammates. But I also, over the past summer, I put in so much work. I played in 3 summer leagues. I did training with other players. Uh, I made sure to work hard, and that motivation has just stemmed from a very young age and also the high school program that I came from. They taught me to be relentless and to be very passionate and work for what you want, because nothing's going to come easy. A lot of comes from that energy, that passion, and just wanting to be relentless and working hard.
Yeah, as a team, it looked like a really fun group. They looked like you guys had a lot of fun out there. It was a young team, but you had some success. Obviously, the win over Wash U in Chicago, back-to-back days. Can you talk a bit about the personality of the team and especially this year with that group that was there?
Yeah, so we just have a great mix of girls. Everybody brings something unique to the table, and that's what I love about this team. Not only do we all have our own personalities, but they also love and accept the person that I am. Because in a way, I'm kind of two completely different people on and off the court. Off the court, I'm a little bit like shy, a little bit quirky. But when I'm on the court, I just turn into this completely serious player. And it's very different when I'm on the court, because I'm laser focused and ready to just work hard and play. But off the court, my teammates know that I love fun. I'm always like dancing and just being myself.
Let's talk a little bit about plans for the future for you. And obviously you have, sort of a path laid out in terms of, your nursing career. But can you tell us what the program looks like for you going forward for the next few years, and then what you eventually hope to specialize in?
Yeah, so junior year, we kind of split it into 2 different groups. So the first semester in the fall, I'll be doing critical care nursing and OR nursing. And then in the spring, I'll be doing pediatrics and delivery. I will become an emergency room nurse practitioner. So probably when I graduate, work for a couple of years and then go back to school to get my NP degree.
Very cool. Very cool. Okay. So we're going to wrap up the interview the same way we've wrapped up all these, and that's with the with our 5 faves. It's a little segment where we ask you 5 questions, what your favorites are. You're nodding your head, so I'm assuming you've kind of, seen these before. I'm glad the word's gone out and people are preparing for them here a little bit. But so anyway, I will start right in. We'll ask you what your favorite place on campus is.
Besides the athletic facilities, I love the health education building, where all my classes are, where labs are. It's like my second home there. I love being in that environment.
How about your favorite memory as a Case Western Reserve athlete?
Nothing is going to top the winning back-to-back at Wash U in Chicago in January. I feel like in that weekend, we really made a statement and put our names out there and showed that on any given day, we can compete with anyone.
Cool. Who is your favorite teammate?
That's so hard to answer, because I love everybody for different reasons, but my Fab 5 sophomores, so me, Alyssa Highland, Olivia Perkins, Alexis John, and Alexa Shaw, we're like this. They are my rock, my support system, and I love them to death.
I'll accept that as an answer. Very politically correct there. It's a good way to go. How about your favorite meal at Case Western Reserve?
On campus, I'm probably at Einstein's once or twice a week. I always get a chocolate chip bagel and coffee just to get me ready for the day. Off campus, hands down, Barrio.
And how about your favorite class that you've taken at Case Western Reserve?
Well, it definitely was not chemistry, but besides all of my nursing classes, I absolutely love taking dance in the fall. I remember we had an end of year recital, and my teammates and my roommates came to the recital and they were able to watch, and that was really fun.
That's awesome. Abby, thank you so much for joining us today. Keep doing well. Keep doing what you're doing. It was great to talk to you.
Thanks for having me. It was a lot of fun.